tables 1 and 2, please make some noise for the University of Puerto Rico. We got Eduardo Jerez Mejia, Yamil Castellano Diaz, Jadriel Vinuela Velez, and Dylan Ruperto Collin. Give it up one more time for the University of Puerto Rico. And now it's time to bring out their competitors. Coming all the way from California, give it up for UCLA. For UCLA, we have Yushin Xiao, Ethan Liu, Angie Tan, and Ryan Wu. One more time, make some noise for UCLA.
Welcome back, all table tennis fans around the world. Here we are at Rockford, Illinois for the 2026 Collegiate National Table Tennis Championships. We're starting with, this morning, the quarterfinal number 3, which is UCLA, number 4 seed, versus Puerto Rico, the number 6 seed. We saw some fireworks last night with Puerto Rico's doubles team putting up a really good fight, and we anticipate this is going to be another barn burner right here. So if you have the ability, split screen, because me and Sean O'Neill are here to give you the vibes on table 1, but we also have a team on table 2, so you can go and watch the complete match by doing a split screen and getting both channels.
You'll be able to keep up to date. These teams will be playing NCTTA team format. It's the best of 5. Teams that reach 3 first will officially win. Because this is the quarterfinals, they'll actually play the 4th match out, but it can be 4-0. We have the lineups here. Left hand is UCLA. It is Coed. That's why you see Angie Tan in there in the 3rd spot. So teams can bring women in, and a lot of colleges do have extremely strong women that add and increase the strength of the team. So that is one of the cool NCTTA features. But as Roger said, we're here in the quarterfinals, and this should be an outstanding match with 2 very strong, the 4th seed and the 6th seed.
Well, you'll find it funny, but a lot of the players, if you just play men and then you have to play one of the ladies, it's a different game. So you have to figure out the timing's different, the whole overall speed is different. So it's a big change.
So right now we will be featuring on table 1
Lushan
Xiao, and then also Eduardo Darley, who played, as you said yesterday, Roger, in the men's doubles final. Just a tremendous match. Really stood out. His off-the-table play, as well as his reverse pendulum serve, I have a feeling is going to give Miss Xiao some difficulty. I did find out, speaking to a number of the volunteers, that in the regional qualifier, Darley beat Kelly Yen very comfortably. And they were a little surprised at that, but I can tell you his style of play for women,
not good.
Yeah, it's a nightmare, just because once he backs up, the quick hand speed of the women tends to be mitigated. As we saw him yesterday, the level that he gets down and the leverage he's able to use with his height and his leg strength, just tremendous.
And for a big guy, his touch play is extremely good. Now, one of the things that I noticed this yesterday in the doubles is when Darley's serving to a lefty, some of the crazy spin that he does with his reverse serve, the lefties can neutralize it. Right. So it'll be interesting to see if Miss Xiao can, utilize that same kind of strategy of neutralizing that crazy serve as a lefty.
Yeah. And we saw in the finals against Cal Berkeley with Sid Naresh and Jerry Fong. Fong, being a lefty, was able to really place that ball, put some pressure on Darley's teammate, who is playing on table 2 in the match against Ethan Liu.
It's interesting to get to see them actually playing in the singles part of this event, because so far we've only seen them playing doubles together. So we'll see how their individual components work. Because as a team, these guys are really, really good.
Their styles being so different, where you have one player up at the table taking shots off the bounce, then you had
Darley playing the ball.
Darley either playing over the table with his length or backing up and just really changing the tempo. So we're ready to go. We're going to get that music turned off.
Nice push off the return.
Yeah. I think for Darley, the big challenge is if he can open up because of his height, move the ball around, at least that second and third ball, he won't be dealing with so much speed. Of course, with his partner, he's had a lot of practice because as a doubles team, they do the heavy spin, quick speed. So the feeling that right now for Puerto Rico that this might be of the first two matches, the one they feel the most comfortable about.
Darley just wasted a perfectly good edge ball.
He is spinning the ball so well. Really crisp.
Yeah, she's going to have to pay attention because you don't want to let him get out to a boat race on the first one.
Oh, and that is a shot she would like to have back.
The nice thing is she's laughing at herself.
Yeah.
But it's early, too.
Yeah,
so.
Taking it a little easy.
So it's crazy that he has more trouble doing pendulum serves than he does doing reverse pendulum serves. Because that one he just buried into the net frame.
I mean, I'm just more and more impressed, as you said, Roger, to see him only in doubles. You're only seeing half the game.
Yeah.
Now to get a chance to see Darley in a little aggressive, but with a 5-1 lead, you can risk a couple early.
Yeah, and he likes to kind of, I wouldn't say scare her, but let her know that if she gives him anything week long, he's going to punish it.
And that's not bad tactics against a player like Hujuan.
That's her game.
Yeah, if they're both up at the table, my money is on her just because she's going to be faster in the transition. She can move it around. And with Darley's height, his middle, unless he's moving his feet well, is going to be an issue that he's going to have to cover. But right now, he's getting that first heavy spin in, which really allows him the time to keep the attacks going.
Yeah, she did a really nice backhand to the forehand, but he was able to cover it back in through the backhand. Beautiful. So good. Her shovel serve. Right on the end line.
And sometimes for the ladies, this becomes an issue. Once the male backs up and starts putting, not looping tops, but just deep fish balls to try to put it through the male, especially I think somebody of Darley's capacity where once he's backing up, his height is such an advantage. She needs to keep him close, attack in the middle.
She's doing a great job with her soft push return. Just, it's heavy and it's short and low. UCLA, like Berkeley, number of players from China on the team. She is a statistics and data science major, a junior from Guangdong, China. So UCLA will get to use her again next year if they qualify.
Yeah, I mean, that's the beautiful thing is that there's no automatic berths. There are some wild cards, but you have to go in and actually play. That's how Puerto Rico made it here. They came in as a wild card since they had no regional qualifying zone, and they chose to actually play through the New York region, which has actually Boston down to some of the schools in the New York area. And by just playing in that, being the top from their non-existent region, that gave them enough points. Darley played exceptionally well in the regional tournament. But Puerto Rico, think about the Diaz family with Adriana, how well she's doing.
Oh, the strength it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's exciting. It's exciting to see table tennis have a national hero. A great shot by Darley, big point. The other thing, Roger, I like about Darley is just his demeanor throughout the points. We saw it in the doubles, doesn't get excited, isn't chowing in somebody's face every time he wins a point, but he's really...
He does beat himself up a little bit.
Yeah, he can get upset, but for the most part, ouch, this is going to be a problem. He's not wasting a ton of energy running around.
He knew right away.
Yeah. Big point, game point. Gets the job done with the quality opening. UCLA has to keep those serves more under control.
Yeah, just a little tighter, because that was the same one that he missed earlier. He just let that one drift out a little bit, and he had enough room. With that length, man, he bends down. He ends up with a lot of space.
He doesn't have to drive it as much because, again, as you said, he gets below the ball, spins it up. Getting on top of that ball is not easy.
I think it's a little tighter than a lot of people would have expected.
Yeah.
Because they see his serve, they see the banana, which he didn't do because as a lefty, you step over to do that banana and she's going to kill you up the line. So tactically, he's super aware of what he does not want to do. And sometimes that's as important as knowing how you want to play each point.
Right. Eliminating the bad choices counts as much as hitting winners and going for big shots. Staying nice and under control. But yeah, as he backs up, it's going to be an issue where she's better off just spinning it, controlling it, versus trying to hit it past him because he's already 14, 15 feet back.
Yeah, look at that first step. Look how far away he is. And it still wasn't enough.
So here we go, game 2. This is match number 1.
And number 2 being played on court 2. Like I said, split screen it. A little early for the UCLA fans out there on
West Coast time.
But guys in Puerto Rico, I hope you're enjoying the show because it's an hour. You know, you're Eastern time. We're Central time here in Chicagoland.
Enjoying Saturday morning brunch.
Oh, nice block. Very intelligent play.
Right.
She knew she couldn't power her back.
Yeah, holding the table and not backing up, forcing Darley to go for more than he felt comfortable.
Yeah, it was a great position, too. If she would have went wider, he would have had more room.
See, it's these points here. Here comes the heavy spin, but great placement by Lu Juan.
Wasn't quite a chop block, but it was a good side spin block.
Right, and the location right into the body.
I didn't even notice they have the shamrock on their shoulder. Oh, nice spot.
Oh, and you could see the lefty angle. I'm going to just start referring.
She just rushed the second one. She got a great open, and then that one she rushed it. I think she feels that pressure.
Right. I mean, she wants to get that ball
done.
And for righties, playing against the left-handed player, any ball, these are good blocks. Wow. But Darley just continues to play heavy topspin from a distance of the table that he's so comfortable with. Keeping the ball in front of him. Almost looked like Peter Corbell with some of those nice looping strokes. Great hands by Xiao.
Kept her position and balance. Because she was getting some shots on her. Like I say, the harder it comes in, the harder it can go back. And she's using that energy very, very well.
Very consistent play.
She hasn't gotten rattled at all.
No. I think the training that she grew accustomed to in China, you see her just holding the table, dealing with some big loops, redirecting the energy. And kind of just looking at playing styles. She plays a very ding-ning-ish lefty punch up at the table and then ready for a big forehand, but really using the angles well. Look at this, just holding the table.
Yeah.
Great point. She is making Darley work for every point that he's winning.
Machine. Yeah, she just needs to figure out how to make it a little bit softer. The problem is he's putting so much energy into the ball. Because if she can yo-yo him in and out.
Yeah, those loose type of where the ball hangs, that's where if Darley continues just to drive through the ball, it's going to be tough for her to contain both sides. Because she's creating a lot of angular play when she's returning it, cutting it wide, trying to get out to his forehand. And this is a big match for Puerto Rico. I mean, they're having their hands full on court 2. You just don't want to give away any matches here in this team event.
I believe Ethan was a U.S. junior team member.
He was. Look at the 2 schools in California with Berkeley and UCLA. A number of the national junior team members have flocked there. Very strong by Darley.
Yeah, a lot of the kids like to stay on the West Coast.
Well,
because they know, hey, I can keep training too.
Right, and the tuition, in-state tuition is a good deal. 2 really strong state schools. Wow, I mean, she's just almost opening up a buzzsaw when she's flipping that ball once Darley gets in position. Oh, nice serve here. Beautiful serve and follow.
She's got some tricks.
Yeah, Xiao's got some little hook serve out of the blue.
And as a lefty, that hook serve into a righty is horrible.
Yeah, Darley has to, if he's going to try to backhand attack it, be careful not to go too wide out to the forehand because that spin is still hanging.
Yeah, he almost has to forehand it because the where.
Oh, look at that serve there. But now this is where he's going to take his time. And the timing is so tough for Xiao because as he's backing up, she wants to go faster and faster, and he's just tossing it up, tossing it up. If she blocks it, he knows he can come in. So again, first game was just as tight, but Darley with the serve. Beautiful third ball follow.
Can't get much tighter than that.
No.
I mean, right now, you know, that's just a small gap.
Yeah,
and anything could be happening right now.
So they have Darley coming in at a 24.50 rating. I would say watching him play, I think that's an underestimate. He's making shots, good tactical decision. I think Xiao is easily at that level herself. So the question is, I'd be interested, how much training time are both of these players doing in school?
Well, I think the Puerto Rican team really does have a pretty solid training program in college.
Mm-hmm.
The UCLA team has good league opportunities, but probably not as much time opportunity.
And you've got Rachel Sung and Amy Wong, who are at UCLA, who aren't even here. So that tells you how strong the school is. But I'm just wondering, because I know that some of the players might play at Gao Jun's club in SoCal. Tawny Bond has a club there as well. But with the studies and everyone having different schedules.
Yeah, it's tricky. But I think Farley, I believe, or Darley is like 19 years old. And this rating is about 3 years old.
Yeah.
That's a lot of time.
They don't, when you're grabbing junior ratings and then applying them and then you play one regional competition,
and
just
be
not
the
enough
24
data.
or 50
well,
at least level player.
Yeah, they came out a bit estimated after he did so well in the Northeast. And the reason they chose the Northeast region is the cheapest airfare. Going to Florida or going to Texas was more expensive from Puerto Rico than flying to New York. They got airfares for $125. So they were like, you told us we could go anywhere, let's go to New York. They just needed to play within one of the regional qualifications since they had none for their exact region. But it is really cool to see Puerto Rico. We've got so many teams in the Toronto area.
Yeah.
This competition continues to grow, and the experiences that these players are obtaining just makes the college table tennis that much more rewarding.
Well, there for a while, the University of Puerto Rico was sending a number of players. And then with some unfortunate hurricane issues and things, it's challenged the economic ability for the schools to send their players.
Right.
So they got to keep their infrastructure tight.
Limited resources. The table tennis team isn't flying out before you're keeping the lights on.
Yeah. You got to be able to practice. Nice job keeping it just half long, and so he can't just wail on those balls.
Playing into his body was going to be good for Xiao. She's no stranger to high-level tactics. She's not going to give him freebies. The problem is once he makes one big shot, see there, player goes back. She feels she has to hit it through him. There goes her form. She needs to, like Ding Ning, just keep spinning the ball. You don't have to finish it. Make him play a bigger shot from the backcourt.
Oh, it kind of caught the back edge, too.
Yeah.
Kind of kicked into her.
Stepping around that ball. Oh, moving the position on the serve. But Darley doing a nice job of just keeping it low, giving his opponent nothing to work with.
She needs to capitalize, keep that 2-point gap. Yeah, she either needs to go wider or more into the middle.
Yeah.
Going into the middle of the forehand. He has a consistent flow.
Right now, Darley is very comfortable with how the game is progresses. He's not being forced to do anything that he's that uncomfortable with. While at the same time, he's just looking for the loose balls. That's a nice, aggressive change of position push.
Yeah, he really had to bend down to get to it. And once he was down there, the only thing he could do was go up.
Smart blocking position. If she can jam Darley into the wide backhand, watch this block here, gets to the outside of the ball. Even if Darley makes it, at least she has a clean shot with the backhand to go cross court. Great blocks. Oh, just unable to close the door.
I just don't think she's used to that nice, that like spinny, there's not a lot of forward energy.
Right.
Just really good spin.
Yeah, it's coming over heavy tops and not heavy drive. It's coming over and she's going to have to focus on covering it. And then Darley's doing a nice job of his position. He's jamming it a little into the backhand side, making sure that she has to earn the point.
She's not getting a free swing.
Yep. No. Darley's really cut down on his unforced errors. Great return on the wide forehand. but that ball catching the net gave Darley, here we go, here, pops up. Look at how fast he is on his feet, and really strong backhand play.
Yeah, both feet were in the air when he made contact.
So I'm just looking forward. I would not be surprised if these two teams end up reaching the doubles as the decider, and we know how strong Puerto Rico is as they got to the finals of the men's doubles. I'm
interested to see the third singles match with Angie Tan, and gets to be Villanueva.
Right, so if we do go to the finals of the doubles, it will be the men's doubles finalist, and it'll be the two players that are out on tables 1 and 2 for the first two matches with Ethan Liu and Xiao, who's playing here against Darley. So,
and it'll be a nice righty-lefty combination again.
Yeah.
And a power player and a control player.
We are going to see, this is the quarterfinals, so you've got the 4 seed versus the 6 seed.
It'll be interesting to see the depth of the Puerto Rico team.
Yeah, I think that third match is going to be the key one, because we're seeing the top 2 right now. Again, Darley, heavy spin opening, not rushing, taking his time. Xiao trying to move the ball around.
Yeah, she knows she needs to get on top of it, but the ball is so spinning, it slows down, and it's not where it ends up, where she wants it. Ends up having to reach for it and touching the back.
Oh, that is so beautiful.
I think he's seen that pattern with his teammate.
Yeah. I mean, if you play lefties regularly, these angles aren't a big surprise, and his ability to take that ball straight down the line. UCLA has taken match 2. And the ping pong gods are smiling on Puerto Rico right now with the number of net balls that pop up to get killed and then net balls that keep the point in their favor. So we're now at match point, 4 of them, to even up this match at 1 apiece.
Ooh.
Great serve, super return, big shot, and then it comes back for one more. Look at this loop off the inside out. But just covering the angles.
Well, she knows once he steps out that far, especially with the hook that she put on the ball, that he can't go back up the line. He has to go cross court.
Right.
And she was just there waiting on it.
He would need another 2 feet to step around to get that ball to go down the line with his.
And she's too quick.
Yeah.
The ball's there, and she can't do it.
So an offensive timeout here. Darley takes the timeout for Puerto Rico. He wants to
seal this deal.
Right, allow Xiao to think about the fact that she now has to deal with still 3 match points, but she held the fort on the last point, not going quietly.
Yeah, I think it's one of those, the size of the fight in the dog, not the size of the dog in the fight. And she's kind of calmer.
Yeah, and I think what you'll see with most Chinese-trained players is the score is not such a big factor, that they just want to go out and play high level. So if she's down 10-7 and can deuce it up and win a game, it's like, well, that's what we do. Okay, here's 10-8. She's just playing the correct play and not going for a crazy shot. Yeah. Whereas I think most American players, at 10-7, they think there's greater importance on these points, and they go for bigger shots, which causes often bigger errors or riskier play. And Darley gets the job done for Puerto Rico in a very strong 3-0 fashion.
Yeah, and that was the point she constructed. It exactly fit into her game. But, I mean, look, 9-8 and 8.
Right.
That's tight.
Yeah. The difference of 2 to 3 points. And in each game, she had 2 and 3 point leads, 6-4, until Darley caught up at 7. And again, playing very strong shots, but Darley had what it took to keep Puerto Rico to even up this match. Best of 5, one match for each team. And now we are going to see the 3 and 4 players head out.
Singles 4 is coming up, and that means in just a couple of moments, singles 3 will begin their warm-up on table 1.
Yeah, I don't think there was much more that Xiao Lu Shan could have really expected of herself there. I mean, she pushed it right into her game.
Right. Now, she did everything, and I don't think, I mean, kind of watching her now talk with some of the teammates, and she's animated, but Darley just brought what I consider his A game tactically. Didn't do anything crazy, but just kept in his comfort zone. Got his big loop going, heavy topspin. We're going to be treated to another mixed singles match here with Angie Tan against Jadriel
Villanueva.
And we're going to get this coin toss and get this match underway.
So a lot of familiar faces if you are a big fan of table tennis on our umpiring side. You'll see them at the MLTT events. Taking the weekend off and coming over and volunteering their skill set for the collegiate championships here in Rockford. I'd like to thank the people at Go Rockford. They gave us a nice brochure with a lot of really good restaurants that are local to our hotel. And a lot of guys have gone to the Disco Chicken, which it's exactly what it says it is.
So across the street from the Embassy Suites we were staying, there's an axe throwing room. I'd never known that was an activity that people participated in, but
I guess you got some extra stress going on, maybe? Release your inner Paul Bunyan, maybe? I don't know.
Exactly.
Have not partaken.
Make sure those grips are tight.
I think they cage the lane in.
I hope so. Well, one thing I know we're going to see in this match with Angie Tan is some high-quality backhand play. We saw it in the women's doubles yesterday where UCLA bowed out in the semifinal round to the winning team, Harvard. Angie was unable to defend. She had won last year with Joanna Sung for UCLA. But here you just see that quick backhand, very bouncy.
Yeah, which is crazy that the team that UCLA could field, you know, the athletes that they have on campus right now. And unfortunately, none of the schedule doesn't always allow them to send their best, the highest level.
I mean, roommates with Rachel Sung and Amy Wong, often playing, whether it's at the Olympic level, the World Championships is coming up, MLTT, World Cup.
Yeah, you can only miss so much school.
Oh, this is going to be even more interesting because I did not realize that Puerto Rico was sending a chopper out to the table, which tactically, if he can be chopping more down the center of the table, maybe a tad into the forehand side, he will be able to stay away from that backhand. But how long will it take him to realize that that is not a lucky shot or a go-for-it shot? That is Angie Tan's go-to shot. That's the location, right? And choppers generally are always going to be thinking, let me chop into the backhand because that's a safe zone. With Angie Tan, that's going to be feeding into her wheelhouse. Nice job by Angie, 4-0 out of the gate.
And that's critical because if you can jump out on a chopper.
It's an entirely different game.
Yeah.
Playing with a lead against a chopper, you can pick and choose. When you're trailing with a chopper, that hill is so high to climb. Look at that.
Because most people will tell you that when they play a chopper, they have to establish a lead right away because the longer the rallies go, the longer the match goes, the stronger the chopper gets because they dial you in.
And you just start lifting weights that get exponentially heavier because you're lifting against your own spin quite often. So 7-0 Angie Tan. If Vanilla Oeva, if he doesn't realize that her backhand is the strength after this game, this is going to be a quick match. Yeah, I mean, this is at 8-0. You haven't found anything that's worked. Make that 9.
Yeah, and he's going right into the backhand.
I could see where he might think like, oh, she has a lead. She's like hitting shots from everywhere. But that's her best shot is her backhand attack. She lines up footwork-wise to get her backhand into play. And, I mean, talk about a shellacking. I mean, I almost want to say that could have been a mercy point there just to get him on the board.
No, it was a good shot, good placement by him. She clipped it with the edge of her racket.
Yeah. I mean, right now I'm seeing potentially a difference in level. Just Angie taking her time.
And like I mentioned, that
not a bad shot from the backcourt by Puerto Rico.
Nice recovery to hit that big spin loop.
Again.
Yeah, he just needs to get a little more confidence.
And he shouldn't worry that if his chops are high, that's going to make it actually more difficult for the backhand rip. She'd like it nice and low in order to
time it.
Nice forehand smash.
Well, I hope she brought a lunch because I have a feeling that what you just saw is not going to continue.
Yeah, no, he's gonna
make an adjustment.
Hopefully. Most choppers realize that the opponent can get hot. They can get things going their way, and their job is to change a pace, change a spin, change of depth, give them a lot of different looks. But Angie Tan, no difficulty picking her shots, going up 7-0, and then just...
I was really surprised he didn't turn on that. When she floated that up there, I was expecting him to either turn on it and hit his forehand or twiddle and hit the backhand. It was high enough.
Yeah, it's such a weird style for a chopper to deal with somebody whose backhand is that much stronger. And it just seemed like by his...
And a little flat at times.
Her forehand smash is also a very big weapon against a defender. There's a nice controlled backhand loop, soft pushing, and just waiting for that ball in order to get something to work with, and that strong forehand to the open court. I mean, putting the racket on the table, going back for coaching before he's even picked up the ball. So we're going to get a chance, Roger, to see the difference of how the game progresses when the defender is leading. I have a feeling that we're going to see a lot tighter shots. And again, if he just pushes the ball enough to the center, it's going to make it that much more difficult for Angie to get that cross-court angle. She's going to have to go more to the middle and out to the forehand. Still staying on the backhand side, although with his 3-0 lead, can't complain with the start.
He really needed it for his confidence.
That's a good play. Pick and choose, keep the ball low, but when you get a push, make the offensive player pay for it.
Yeah, it's like he came out and played his vanilla game. Now he's throwing some spice into it.
Yeah. That's not uncommon for a defender to see and survey, what do you have? I was just surprised that, and maybe there is actually no scouting from Puerto Rico on how strong Angie Tan's backhand is, but you see that right there. The serve she jumps on top of with the backhand. At this point, you have to know that this is one of her best shots.
Well, I mean, the thing is there's a lot of video on her because she's been playing for the U.S. team.
Right.
And she played at the Pan Am Juniors. So somebody from Puerto Rico would have seen her there.
I mean, once again, when she's taking such a big swing, as a chopper, move that ball to the center, move it to the forehand.
Tightens it up.
Take that shot off the table for your opponent. You can't allow your opponent to literally play their best shot once every point. Up 3-0, Angie brings it back. Now there's a little more separation, but
still within 2.
I mean, Angie's back in this game, so really solid play by Tan. Just
super risky serve when you know that she wants to attack.
As a chopper, just give the opponent nothing to work with off your serve when you're still up at the table. And you've got to pound those balls. When you get a pop-up and you're forced just to push it back, you're going to be in no man's land on that next attack.
Yeah, because she's got the whole table. You're stuck.
And you're playing too many balls to the backhand, which allows her to go cross-court. Even with that miss, Angie's going to make 7 out of 10.
Right.
That's her favorite shot. And what type of return is he going to have? It's going to just continue to be a retrieve. It's not going to be a chop that's going to put pressure on her. I mean, it's just positionally so suicidal to just keep pushing to her backhand. Good footwork, great angle, amazing patience.
And it's crazy, he flipped multiple times.
You can see right there was one.
There's the pips. And then he flipped it to the inverted, so the ball's heavier.
Look at that. That backhand is so solid.
I mean, I think he's better giving her the pips ball.
Yeah, give her nothing to work with.
Yeah,
make her speed it and spin it versus when he gives her some spin.
Yeah,
that just brings her backhand into play even more.
Makes it easier.
Good side top serve there. But yeah, up 3-0. Now he's winning a point just to make it 7-all. Angie has completely outplayed her opponent. Good serve. He just doesn't realize that playing to the backhand right there is playing into Angie's hands. Smart smash, really nice and flat.
Yeah, it covered well over the table.
You know, of most of the former junior national team players, I feel that Angie's approach to playing against defenders really spot on. She gets her strength in, strong backhands. She has a forehand that sets it up, takes her time, but most importantly, a nice flat smash.
And he spun the crap out of the side of that.
Timing-wise, she was like, you're just hitting it exactly where I'd like to have it. And this is huge in this team match.
Did I get fries with that? Because that was on a platter.
Oh, I mean, that was, some extra ketchup on the side. You can just see Angie is so comfortable. And now he's forcing attacks into the backhand, which hopefully he'll get a chance to watch this match and hear some of our insight. But
it's not often you get somebody like Angie to play. You know, it's just unique, that much backhand.
Yeah.
Because she has like 3 different gears on that backhand.
She can spin it, she can control it, and she can rip it, and then on top of it, the forehand smash. Like right now, boom, he's having trouble just getting the serve back.
Oh, you can see how much spin was on it. It's still going back.
Yeah. And, okay, so in these 2 games, 22-11, she's doubled his score. So this is something that if you don't start chopping more to the forehand side and keeping it low, Angie's first loop is quality. It's just not a ripping ball like the backhand. And her backhand, she can go in either direction.
Yeah, she just bumps that and then
Yeah.
just lets it go.
Yeah.
It's a really
Look at this. I mean, that's such great technique. And now she's mixing up the serves. Take her time.
just, yeah. Let me get one more on the backhand side, please.
Yeah.
Oh, she's just patient.
Yeah.
Because she knows she can.
I mean, it's
At will.
her ball to win. And again, just taking her time. Great footwork, staying on the forehand, and finding the angle. I mean, this is a master class in how to keep a defender off balance while playing your favorite shot. Look at this backhand down the line to the forehand, and then she just sets up. Here come the smashes.
And it's really good. She knows the ball's higher, so her backswing stays at her shoulder height. She doesn't drop. A lot of players are so used to looping that their first motion is down. And now the ball's high, and you've got to come up to it. She already has her racket up high,
Right,
ready to go.
Yeah, she's able to smash through that ball. She was down 0-3 in game 2, but finished strong. And the serves, mixing it up as a chopper, can't miss the serves. I mean, you're not trying to hit a winner, you're just trying to put on the table. And again, little better. He kept it lower to where it wasn't being a pop-up.
And she didn't want to loop it.
Right. I mean, that zone between smashing and looping is something that the very strong choppers are able to get into. So there's a little hesitation. They don't just keep it low to where it's easy for the opponent to know they have to drive it from below the ball.
Well, that's interesting what Angie did there. She'd been pushing deep pretty much exclusively. And that one, she just kind of dropped it a little bit shorter. And he was flat-footed. He was not expecting her to do it. Just a short push.
There's a good play. He's got to make that step around.
He's a little quick on the trigger.
Yeah, and defenders, if you're an offensive player playing against somebody chopping, and you notice that they're forcing the attack, you're in good shape because they've lost their confidence in it in order to outlast you or to change the spin and make you have a misread. But I think right now, just watching Angie's style of play, moving it around, down 0-2, takes the next 4 points. Maybe during this timeout, change the racket.
Yeah, it's definitely important for him to resettle his tempo. Because right now he's trying to force that tempo. And, you know, he relies on the spin variations, and she isn't having any part of it.
Right.
She's just like
reading everything to a T, moving the ball around, taking pace off, giving him nothing. When, I think as we mentioned earlier in the first game, he should take those long pips, dead some deep balls out to the forehand, get her out of the backhand corner. That's going to set up a chance if he wants to play some offense. But just letting her dictate,
it's not going to work.
no, we're going to see the same thing. It's going to be a 2-point lead that turns into a 4-point lead, and Angie's going to have the time of her life in order to smash winners as he pops the ball up.
Well, the more I look at his racket, it actually isn't pips he's chopping with.
Is it inverted on both sides with maybe Chinese and
something soft?
It has a hollow sound.
Let's see if we can get a better camera angle at some point. Like when he's getting ready to serve. Because he doesn't really bite on that ball.
No,
like a pip.
I mean, but he is twiddling, so it'd be odd that you'd twiddle if there was inverted on both sides. It's not anti.
I know they do make some soft defensive rubbers that's inverted. So it could be something like that. It just doesn't give them enough. Because with the dampening type sponges, you can have an inverted sheet.
Almost. Again, we should just call a timeout and run and grab his racket.
Well, if they've ordered from Paddle Palace, we could ask.
We just
call the
check
guys
customer order. But I can say right now, what Angie Tan is delivering has just been some.
Yeah, because when he just did that back in, there's a glossiness to the red side.
I think we're going to get an opportunity after this match to approach either a teammate or.
It'd be nice to know going forward.
Yeah.
Because I think we'll see him in the men's singles side too. I think she sees the goal line.
Yeah. No, right now, more and more comfortable, but Angie has just played this entire match on her terms. Her serves have been effective. Obviously, her backhand has been the go-to in order to score directly. That's a strong backhand right there. Just sets up a beautiful forehand. Again, waiting for the ball, taking her time, reset.
She tried to touch it just a little too soft. I would have liked to have seen her actually open on that ball.
Timeout.
He's back within 2. So from the big lead, back within 2. So I like that one. This one, she should have opened.
Yeah. If she opened and put enough spin on it, he would be dipping down in order to cut it,
Yeah.
which would turn into another pop-up.
It's kind of like what I was saying yesterday. When you're playing the long pips player, you don't push twice.
Right.
There, she didn't need to push twice. She's fully in control, has the skill set. Take that ball, drive him back out away from the table again. Then drop the next one.
Right.
Make him start yo-yoing him in and out.
In and out.
Because often choppers are really comfortable right to left.
Yeah, I mean, if they only have to just turn their shoulders to get that racket to chop down on the ball, you make them come in and out or straight in and straight out. So it's a short backhand, deep backhand. That footwork's a lot more difficult. Just going short backhand, deep forehand, that's a nice diagonal movement that isn't so tough to maintain. You can see what Angie does
straight
right
back,
now.
straight in, straight back.
Right.
Yeah, it's
then
tricky.
It's really tough to get your hips and shoulders into it. So Puerto Rico with the serve.
Is Angie a freshman?
I do not believe so. Angie.
Sophomore, maybe.
She's a senior.
Oh, she's a senior?
Her younger sister is a sophomore now this season at Boston. And she was in the finals last year with Kellyanne from Harvard. So Emily, member of the Chicago Wind in season 1. Oh, great backhand.
She was so ready for that.
I mean, you have to loop that ball wide to the forehand. You can't just halfway through your stroke stop mid-swing or follow through. Again, as a defender, placement is how you nullify the strong attacks. And playing into the backhand, it's not going to get the job done. Strong timeout and a very powerful 3-0 win in the third spot.
But that's...
out of 5 matches. No need for doubles here. We're going to close this out 3-1.
Oh, wow. So
I'm not sure why it would be 3-0 because we watched Darley win a match.
Ryan Wu won.
Right, so it should have been 3-1.
Yeah. She said 3-1.
Did she? I thought our graphics was 3-0, so.
From our Coed teams. And coming up next is going to be our
I'm going to trust
women's teams event of
Kiana with her call.
Absolutely.
She's been
Never
on
question.
top of everything from getting the athletes in line, getting them out to the table, as well as music selection, music stoppage.
If you haven't done so already, we're
So UCLA advances. They will play the winner of Texas Wesleyan and Western playing out of Canada in an international matchup. But very, very strong play from UCLA.
Yeah, it's really interesting because you see that they're a very balanced co-ed team. I mean, they got two really strong women.
Really strong. They're in the number one spot with Xiao as a female, so you can expect that UCLA is going to look strong in the women's division.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, going forward, they really
have.
I
mean, you've got with Angie Tan playing with Xiao in the one position. They're going to be playing doubles. That's 3 points right there.
Right.
So somebody's going to have to upset one of the strong UCLA ladies
just to get it to the doubles.
But I'm going to say, Roger, super impressed with how Angie was able to handle the strong defender from Puerto Rico. Just 3 games in a row, not easy to do.
No.
You know that there's going to be a shift.
Especially as a chopper, because usually that's long points, long rallies,
you get down,
lots of energy.
You get down 2 or 3 points, and all of a sudden that game doesn't look
tight.
like, you can't come
how
back from
how do I come back from
a 9-5 or a 9-7, whereas she just took control, even starting a couple games slow, just played her game. In Puerto Rico, I think at least in the co-ed division, they still have quarterfinals. They've got to feel good. Doubles, men's doubles finals.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they are pushing the podium at every opportunity.
No, I didn't notice if they brought a full women's team, or they may have not been able to qualify that team.
Yeah, I think it was just the co-ed division, because on the women's team, I'll check our wonderful program to see if Puerto Rico, I don't see them.
No, they didn't make
it.
They didn't get it. Because you've got so many good women in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I think they're more focused on WTT events at the moment.
International?
But it's one family that could field an entire team with the Diaz family.
But it's really good for the sport in Puerto Rico. I have one of my local guys is from Puerto Rico, and it's crazy. The players here, when they go back home to Puerto Rico, they're taking rackets, they're taking rubber, they're taking any shoes, anything they can get here to get into Puerto Rico, because it's difficult sometimes for them to get what they need.
Yeah.
And, people are paying it forward. They loved to play when they were in Puerto Rico, and they're here in the U.S. now. They're able to give back.
Yep.
And that's happening. And you'll see that here with our volunteers.
Yep.
I mean, you talk to our volunteer group, and most of them have played in the NCTTA.
I think that's the calling card for being here as a volunteer, is that you want to give back. You had a great experience during your college years. It's like, how do I stay connected to table tennis? Well, collegiate table tennis is an easy avenue, whether it's a regional director doing stuff with a team as one of the coaches. We've seen like Kai Zhang and some of the other players jumping in the coaching role. So college table tennis continues to grow and have a great and lasting impact on the sport. So that's why we're here.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, we see what this opportunity is, because you go from being a top junior